In this video, we're going to be looking at similar shapes. Now, what are similar shapes? They're shapes which look the same, but one is an enlargement of the other shape. And the key thing is the sides are different, but the angles are same, which makes them look the same. For example, if you have a real car and a scale model toy car, now they look the same, but one's simply a larger version of the other one. So you could say they have all the same angles, but different lengths. So here you can see we've got two shapes and they look similar, but one's a larger version of the other one. Now looking at the sides, you can see the sides are twice as big. So the scale factor would be 2. So how did I get the scale factor of 2 here? So the bottom side on the big shape is 10. And the bottom side on the smaller shape is 5. So we'll do the bottom of the bigger shape divided by the bottom of the smaller shape, and that will give us the scale factor. And that's 10 divided by 5, which gives us 2. And you could have got that scale factor 2 with any of the other sides. So looking at the right hand side of both of them, we can do 20 divided by 10, and that still gives us a scale factor of 2. And also with the left hand sides, if we had done it, we'd also get 2, 30 divided by 15. So with similar shapes, you can get the scale factor by doing the larger shape divided by the smaller shape. And that's with the lengths. And the scale factor you work out gets you from the smaller shape's lengths to the larger shape's lengths. So if you've got a side on the smaller shape, just simply times it by that scale factor, and you'll get the corresponding side on the larger shape. Now, if you're going from the larger to the smaller one, what you'll do is use the same scale factor, but in that case, divide it to get the smaller shape's length. Let's look at some more examples. So here we need to work out x, and we have two similar rectangles. Now, can we work out the scale factor? Now, do we have two corresponding sides which are known? Yes, we do. We have the bottom lengths of both shapes known. So we can go ahead and work out that scale factor. And that's that 25 on the larger one and 5 on the smaller shape. And to get the scale factor, we'll do the larger one divided by the smaller one. So 25 divided by 5. And that gives us a scale factor to be 5. So now we need to work out that x. Now the corresponding side to the x on the smaller shape is the 3 centimeters. So we take the 3 centimeters on the smaller shape and times it by the scale factor, which is 5, and that gives us the corresponding side on the larger shape, which is the x. And 3 times 5 gives us 15. So 15 is our x. Let's look at another example. So here we've got another question where we need to work out x. Now this one does not look like a similar shapes question at first glance. However, if you look at the small triangle, this would be similar to the large triangle. So can we work out the scale factor between that small triangle and that large triangle? And we know the bottom of both of them, the 3 and the 9. So we'll do our simple division to get that scale factor. So the scale factor is 3. Now we need to work out x. Now it's important to realize x is not a side of any of those two triangles. It's a portion of the long right hand side of the big triangle. Now on the small triangle, the right hand side is 10. Now to work out the long right hand side of the large triangle, we simply times that by 3. And 10 times 3 gives us 30. Now some students will make the easy mistake of saying x is 30. But remember, x is not a side of the large triangle. The large triangle side will be all of this. So if all of this is 30 and this part is 10, we'd know that x must be 20. That's 30 minus 10. Now let's put an additional question to this. Let's say this side is 45. Can we work out the corresponding side on the small triangle? We'll call that y. So we know the side of the large triangle. but we want the similar side on the small triangle. Now we're not going to times by 3 because we're going from the large to the small. And remember, the scale factor takes you from the small to the large. This time, to work out y, you're going to divide by the scale factor. So it'll be 45 divided by 3, which is 15. So y equals 15. And there we have it. I hope you found that video useful. Support us by liking, subscribing, and share this with your friends. And if you still got some more questions on anything, drop a post on our forum at examqa.com where you'll find your questions answered.